on my jig.
He's a big one.
That's what we're looking for.
A definitely legal scam.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh!
Come on, Jonah.
There we
Come
go.
on, Jonah.
Don't let him pull you out of the
Don't
smoke,
let him
son.
pull you.
I told you, it's not
Gosh.
light tackle, and it's not light drag.
Oh my, there he is.
That is a giant shark.
That's a giant shark. Ah!
Just hold on to the reel. Yeah, look at that!
Chasing the Sun is brought to you by Holiday Inn Resort, Panama City Beach. Humminbird, simply, clearly better. Dulce Vida Tequila. Grundins, we are fishing. And by Pirates Cove Marina, you enjoy the Gulf, we'll take care of the rest.
A longtime fishing buddy of mine, Ashley Smith, he just bought a new boat. He's got his son Jonah, his nephew Brent, and they want to go fishing, and it's opening day of grouper season. All right, here we are pulling out of Bay Point. This is the first time me and Ashley have pulled out of this marina in, I don't know, a lot of years.
That's been one or two.
This whole thing was destroyed by Hurricane Michael. They are just starting to move boats back in here. A lot of people don't realize that we have really good blue water fishing out here. I would say, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure the first sailfish I ever caught was on y'all's boat. The first blue marlin I ever caught was on y'all's boat. The first yellowfin tuna I caught was on y'all's boat. All those blue water species that we have here, I kind of got my first shot at doing that with this family right here, with the Smith family. Normally it's up to me to get the ice, fuel up the boat, take care of everything, scrub it when we get in. One of my favorite things about having kids on the boat is having free labor. It's a good lesson for them to be a part of that part of the process as well. I knew we were gonna have plenty of red snappers out there, but by having a variety of baits, sometimes you can target certain fish better than others. We like to have these big, what we call squirrel fish. It's actually a sand perch. And then we want some small baits like little cigar minnows if we're trying to target a scamp. So we have a plan, and we're gonna make that run out to these reefs. But the deal is, if you're gonna run 50 miles straight through the Gulf, you better keep your eyes peeled. And when I see an acre of floating sargassum out there in the middle of the Gulf, I'm gonna stop and investigate it, because those big patches of grass like that, a lot of times can have mahis on them, they can have triple tail on them, a cobia, who knows? Again, it's kind of a shot in the dark because we were screaming by them pretty quick, but if we don't sling a bait out, we'll never know.
Got him. Oh yeah.
Get it, keep reeling, keep reeling, keep reeling. Don't stop
There you go,
reeling,
Jonah,
don't
you
stop
got him.
reeling. Now get him up off the bottom.
Ah.
Come on, keep reeling. You lose it? Jonah.
He's off. My weight and everything's gone.
Golly.
How far did you crank it up?
I hit the bottom and I just reeled it like 2 cranks. Yeah, I'm getting bit nonstop.
I don't even think I had a fish. I think I was in the rocks.
There we go. I see him coming up. I don't know what it is, but I can see him. Looks like a big old red snapper. Shouldn't be surprised, red snapper capital of the world, the first thing you catch is gonna be a red snapper. It's not what we're here for, but it's a start.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And he goes back down good. Oh, there we go.
Ah.
Jonah's on too.
Ah.
Did he come off?
No. Give me a rod tip.
Just ride that thing like a horse. It is fun just kind of sit back and watch these kids get hooked up. Even if they're not doing it perfectly, they're giving it 110%, cranking on that reel as hard as they can, pulling as hard as they can.
Oh, that's a lot better.
And because we have the drag locked down tight on these reels to keep these fish up out of the bottom, I mean, you have to horse them. That's the way this game is played. Just see if you can just reel. Can you just steady reel like that? Yep, I see your fish too.
Red
A
snapper.
snapper. One that let all the way to the tip if you can. There we go. Think we should keep them? Say not this week.
All that's sweet. Oh!
Come on, Jonah.
There we
Come
go.
on, Jonah.
Don't let him pull you out of the
Don't
snow,
let him
son.
pull you.
It wasn't really pull and drag or anything like a grouper, but now he's running, pull and drag like a shark. Watch this, Jonah. As soon as it hits the bottom, I'm gonna jig it, jig it, jig it, jig it. And then I'm gonna let it right back down. Not gonna come way up high. When Ashley Smith came to town and said, hey, I bought a new boat, let's take the kids out fishing.
Straight down like that. Keep reeling.
I was like, game. I know the skills of this Jonah kid, right? This kid can fish. He's not your typical kid that you're taking fishing. And I know Brent's got some experience too, but you know, we're gonna see how these boys handle some grouper fishing. Look at that, my jig.
He's a big one. He's a big one.
I was dropping this jig down and I felt it just take off. And I thought, this jig wasn't falling that fast earlier. It's because something already ate it. Don't turn into a snapper now.
Oh. Oh my God, it's a massive grouper.
It's a grouper?
Yeah, a keeper. Definitely.
That's what we're looking for.
Hey, you got all that bait.
On that jig.
A little jig on a spinning rod.
Of course, leave it adjusting to catch it on a jig.
Number one in the box. Today is opening day of gag grouper season, and that is a fine gag grouper right there. And he gets a one-way ticket straight to some charcoal.
I'm fishing that jig now.
Go 24 inches.
Hey,
Hey, 26 inches.
26 inches.
26 inches. There's a lot of other opportunities out there, and that's why I like to either A, jig, because I'm gonna jig the entire water column, or keep a flat line, which is a live bait with no weight on it. Just let them freely swim around on the surface. And I'm just gonna pitch them out in front of the boat, like this, and just stick them in a rod holder. Because blackfin tunas, mahis, cobia, you name it, a sailfish, who knows? There's grass everywhere, crystal clear water. Just leave that rod up here. I'm holding up this way while we're fishing. That bait stays downwind down there. Something swims by, who knows? Sucker! Oh man, pulled off my jig. Most of the time when we're fishing, like for reef fish, for example, we're fishing a fluorocarbon leader. You know what might happen? Fish just got attacked by a shark. Well, when you hook a big snapper or grouper and Mr. Sharky Shark comes by and grabs them, y'all know what shark's teeth look like, right? They're big and sharp.
There you go, pull up, reel down. Oh, gosh.
Mr. Shark comes by and collects his taxes. Oh, wait, I mean, they'll bite that stuff.
Oh!
Come on, Jonah.
There we
Come
go.
on, Jonah.
Don't let him pull you out of the snow,
Don't let him
son.
pull you. Reel, reel.
I can't.
Hold on that rod, hold on that rod.
hold on,
Go,
hold
grab
on
him,
to it
Ashley. Ashley, grab him.
Oh, God, don't let it.
He may have got in the bottom. Try to get him back in the boat. Your son. I told you you can put some heat on these things, but.
I think it's in the bottom.
Hey, let me hold it real quick, Jonah. That's what I'm see if we can get him out of the bottom.
Feels like he's out.
He never was.
He's coming now, ain't he?
Yeah. One of the fun parts about taking kids fishing is seeing that excitement.
All right.
You got him? Don't you lose my pole. Your daddy's got to buy me a new one if you lose my pole.
Don't you lose that pole, son.
It may be the toothy critter.
Somebody's gonna have to help me, dude. Oh my God.
All right, here, take a step forward like that. And I'm gonna sit on the trail right here. Whatever he had at first was just digging straight down. It wasn't really pull and drag or anything like a grouper. But now he's running, pull and drag like a shark. That'd be okay. You wanna catch a big shark? Huh? No, why not? You scared of him?
No.
You think he might bite your finger?
He's just annoying.
He is. That's a good point right there. You know, the sharks have always been here, and it's not that the populations have exploded and have really just overtaken the fish. It's the fact that we're kind of training these sharks up. I mean, they're predators. They're always looking for the easy target. He is mad. And when we drop a hook down and we hook that fish we just hooked, he just became the easy target. But I say we wind it up. Let's take this rod up to the front of the boat, go get all our line back. When that shark actually gets hooked perfectly, where he's not gonna bite through your leader, you know, for a second you're like, good, now I get revenge on this guy. And it's a giant shark. That's one fun thing about fishing out here. You never know what kind of sea monsters might be out here. And we have got a sure enough sea monster on the other end of this line. If you've ever caught a giant shark on light tackle, it's great for about 30 minutes. It's great for about 5 minutes, really. And then you're wondering, like, I don't know if this is such a good idea. This thing is made to drag any size grouper straight off the bottom. And this shark is taking line like nothing. I told you it's not light tackle, and it's not light drag.
Oh my, there he is.
That is a giant shark.
A giant shark. Ah!
Just hold on to the reel. He's coming. We got him coming. We got him coming. I bet this is the biggest shark I've ever seen on a rod and reel. Every once in a while, you got that fish on, you're cranking up, and that shark comes by and gets them, and your hook slides right in the corner of that shark's mouth. So now instead of him just cutting you off and he goes on his way, now we got him hooked. This thing is made to drag any size grouper straight off the bottom. And this shark is taking line like nothing. Like you don't even hardly feel it. You put a scale on there and you feel what that type of drag pressure feels like, especially with a shark that's running, making these hard, fast runs and going under the boat and stuff like that. It's intense, very intense, especially for kids.
If we lose this fish now,
I now want to see him.
Yeah, it's too.
So this is when we started trying to trade off, because I'm telling y'all, man, I got this drag locked down.
It's possible.
Looks like it's about close.
I know, these rods are insanely strong. So we all took our turns pulling on this thing. Here, pull on him for a minute.
All right. And Lee, what's wrong with you? Good.
I told you, it's not light tackle, and it's not light drag. And I lighten up off the drag. We've been doing that for 30 minutes. You always want to keep your rod angle low. You want to keep your rod handle basically horizontal. But, I mean, we can't hardly feel our hands and forearms at this point. So what do? We're trying to shorten that line up and get closer to the shark. We start putting the rod in the rod holder, which has your rod angle very high, going straight back down, not recommended.
Ah!
Just hold on to the reel.
I still got it.
I knew it was gonna happen. And it was my rod. Here, Jonah, come out on this side and reel. No, I'm telling you, that reel is like full of line. We gotta be actually getting close. At this point, we want to win the battle with this shark. So we had to get a little creative here. Let's everybody team up. You hold the rod, I'll turn the handle, whatever it takes.
Oh my, there he is.
That is a giant shark.
A giant shark.
Holy cow.
Oh my God.
Now we confirmed it's a shark. And it's not just a shark, it's a giant shark. Can you see him?
Yeah, he's right back here.
Can you take over so I can see him
Yeah.
for a second?
Yeah, hold it, Dad.
Oh, Ashley, you're not allowed to touch any more fishing poles today. And obviously we're not fighting a fish properly at this point, which is why the rod breaks again. We're officially not fighting this shark anymore. Come on.
Well, we still want that rod. I meant that reel.
Oh yeah, no, the reel's $500. We ain't letting it go. I'm gonna break them off. I got it wrapped around the guide. There we go. Whose idea was this?
Not mine.
Now y'all see why I stay 5 miles offshore and catch little fish? My poles stay on one piece. Look at this thing. We're missing the front half and the back half. All right, so the best part of the day to this point is the moment we got rid of the shark. So now that we got that behind us, it's time to get back to the reef. Let's get some baits back to the bottom. Guys, we're right on them too, if y'all want to get a bait and try to get back on plan A, which was grouper fishing.
Gotta get him up fast.
You having fun fishing?
Oh, it's a snapper. Dang.
Oh, here I go.
Crank. Don't lift so much. Just steady crank out of it. Y'all both just keep reeling, keep
Out of
reeling.
the two, these are about to get shouldered. Oh, it's a grouper.
It is.
There we go.
It's not mine.
We got a scamp here,
A scamp.
I know
a definitely legal scamp.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
So that right there That is the filet mignon of the Gulf of Mexico.
That's right.
And this right here, it looks like a ribeye. That's a big old grouper.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
sir.
God, that's a grouper.
Hey, don't let me out of the water. Swing right to me.
Holy crap.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking
that's what
about.
we're
Look at
here
that
for.
gag grouper right there.
Bro, I thought there was a shark coming up behind him.
That's a big old gag grouper.
Well, he also had a, squirrel fish.
Like I said,
on.
this is your ribeye right here. He's not quite as good as the scamp, but that's a lot of meat right there. A trip like this is kind of a meat run, okay? We're just going out there to have fun, bend the rod, and hopefully bring some groceries home. Y'all get a bait and fire back now. We're still on.
Oh, get the front.
Oh, there you go. How about that? There you go. It's your blackfin right there.
Fish on.
All right.
Grouper.
No,
No, amber.
it's a little amberjack. Let me swap spots. Y'all walk forward just a little bit. Grab that gaff that's under there. It's a big old blackfin. Yeah, we're gonna try to gaff him. Hey, actually, come gaff this tuna. Hold on. Always go behind the line.
What is it?
A tuna.
Behind the line. Go behind the line. No, just gaff him anywhere. There we go.
God dang.
Tuna. Yes, sir.
Hey, he might not be pretty, but he's on the boat. Hey,
Whoa.
that's what I'm talking
That's
about.
it.
That's a tuna, baby.
If I got a rod and reel in my hand and there's something to chase after, we're gonna have fun. And when you put it in this type of environment with the kids and big fish and all this other stuff, it's just that much more fun. Told you, it's good luck to keep shutting the fish box.
That's
Because
it.
every time you shut the fish box, something like that shows up.
When Justin is fishing, he's making sure he's holding the boat on the spot. When he's not fishing and we're fishing, you see he's letting the boat drift off the spot. So he says it's not on purpose, but
Yeah, I hear you back there.
Chasing the Sun has been brought to you by Minn Kota, Florida Water Sports. Get all you need for the water at fws.fish. Smith Optics, Panama City Inshore. These guys can fish. And by Panama City Beach, real fun beach.
Today we're here at the Panama City Beach Scottish Festival and Highland Games. We have a lot of stuff going on today. You can come and visit the clans, the families. You can find out your lineage and your history from them. We have multiple vendors. We got some great food, authentic food, but we have some great entertainment. 4 pipe bands here today if you love the pipes. And then we have the heavy athletics, the ancient games that have all derived basically from Scottish history, were first used in battle. Tossing the caber, which is a large tree that they balance and throw, and it has to go end over end. Stone of strength, the hammer throw, the sheaf toss, and those are the big men and the women. They compete as well. As we say here on this day in Panama City Beach, that everyone is Scottish here the first week of March in Panama City Beach. So if you're coming down for spring break or spring vacation or even the weekend, come see us at the Panama City Beach Scottish Festival and Highland Games here at Frank Brown Park.
Got him.
Ooh, trying to keep that line off the side of the boat. Yeah, we got a whole school of blackfin tunas here just cruising right beside the boat. Reel, keep them coming. Every time I throw a bait in the water, these tunas are coming up and eating. I can see them down there. The problem is there's a bunch of sharks here, and every time we get a good tuna on here, these sharks chase them and cut them off or eat them or something. Just keep going, keep going. So we're burning through some tackle because these sharks keep getting our tunas, they keep getting our groupers, and everything else we hook. Makes me so mad. These kids, man, they're just fired up. They're going fast, and I can't keep up rigging as fast as they're breaking stuff off and hooking another fish. Oh, he's on. Jonah's on. Look at that.
there you go, there you go.
That might be a yellowfin
Here
there.
he is.
You see him? Oh yeah, pretty tuna. That's probably good, Ashley. I wouldn't put much more drag than that. That's a big one there. That's what I'm talking about. My man Brent with another tuna.
Oh,
All right, I cannot believe this. Brent just caught this tuna with no leader. You must have tied that on there, didn't
He
you?
tied it on there.
Hey, they got bit off by a shark. There's not even a leader on it. They just tied the braid straight to the hook, and these tunas are just crushing it.
Goes to show you, you feel like you have to have this knot, this specific rig, this line, blah, blah, all this stuff. Nah, just get a bait in the water. I love it. The simplicity of Brent's rig right here, it worked.
We caught some groupers, but when the tunas show up and they start biting, we're gonna catch tunas.
This is exactly why you bring a wide variety of tackle and a lot of baits. Because even when you have a really good game plan, you need to be willing to pivot.
Grouper trip turned into a tuna whacking.
And a box of tuna and a box of grouper, what else could you ask for on the dinner table?
And go somewhere else or fish in a different style at any second.
Oh, here's a bonita.
We wanted to grouper fish, we did, and we caught some really nice groupers and some scams. And I think Ashley had not caught one yet, and I don't think we were gonna leave today till Ashley caught one.
Come on, big grouper, don't be a snapper. Hoping it's not a snapper.
It doesn't look like a snapper.
No, it's some kind of grouper. Oh, it's a nice gag.
Keeper.
After he caught one more grouper, we had a nice mess of fish.
Grouper, baby.
And you can feel that sea breeze starting to pick up in the afternoon. So that's usually my cue. Hey, we got a long boat ride.
He don't make it, Ashley.
Huh?
He ain't 22 inches.
Ain't
No, I'm
make
kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. He's good.
it. Shortest 22 inches I ever seen.
We got some wore out kids and adults. We're all wore out. Okay, we've been pulling on some big fish. This is when it's time to point that boat back north and head right back to Panama City Beach. These are like my extended family that have been coming down here for decades. This is what it's all about. And so this is the perfect way to kick off the summer season, is to load up on a really nice boat with some really solid folks and go fishing.